The shadow of September 11th, unraveling the day that changed the world. Picture this, a crisp September morning, the kind where New York City hums with its usual frenetic energy, taxis honking, Wall Street buzzing, and the Twin Towers standing like sentinels against a cloudless sky. But beneath the surface, a sinister plot was already in motion, one that would sear itself into history as the deadliest terrorist attack the world has ever seen. Who were the masterminds behind this audacious strike? How did 19 men slip through the cracks of global intelligence to orchestrate a catastrophe that killed 2,977 innocent souls and injured thousands more? And what secrets still linger in the ashes of that fateful day? Buckle up, because we're diving deep into the heart of September 11th, 2001. A story of terror, heroism, and a world forever changed. The plot, a ticking time bomb. It began with whispers in the shadows. Al-Qaeda, a radical Islamist group led by the elusive Osama bin Laden, had been plotting for years. Their target? The very symbols of American power, the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and possibly the White House or Capitol. The plan was chillingly simple yet diabolically precise. Hijack commercial airliners and turn them into guided missiles. By 2001, the operatives, mostly young men from Saudi Arabia, were already in the US, blending in, taking flight lessons, and studying the weaknesses of an unsuspecting nation. Take Mohammed Atta, the ringleader. A quiet, unassuming Egyptian with a degree in architecture, he was the last person you'd suspect of masterminding mass murder. Yet he was the linchpin, coordinating the hijackers with military precision. They trained in plain sight, enrolling in flight schools in Florida and Arizona, raising no red flags despite their limited interest in landing planes. The FBI later uncovered a chilling detail. Atta's luggage left behind in Boston contained a flight manual, a Quran, and a letter outlining martyrdom. This wasn't just a plan, it was a mission driven by fanatical zeal. The day, a nation under siege. September 11th, 2001 started like any other Tuesday. At 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11 slammed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center, tearing a gaping hole between floors 93 and 99. The world watched in horror as flames erupted, but many assumed it was a tragic accident. Then, at 9:03 a.m., United Airlines Flight 175 struck the South Tower, confirming the unthinkable. America was under attack. The scenes were apocalyptic. Office workers trapped above the impact zones faced an unimaginable choice: burn or jump. Witnesses described the haunting sight of jumpers, people plummeting from the towers, some holding hands as they fell. Firefighters and police officers rushed into the inferno, many never to return. By 9:37 a.m., American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon, killing 184 people. A fourth plane, United Airlines Flight 93, hurtled toward a Pennsylvania field at 10:03 a.m. after passengers and crew heroically fought back, thwarting the hijackers' final target. The numbers are staggering: 2,077 victims, including 343 firefighters and 60 police officers. Over 6,000 were injured, with some estimates as high as 25,000 when factoring in long-term health effects from toxic dust. The Twin Towers, icons of global commerce, collapsed into rubble, leaving a void in the skyline and the nation's psyche. The investigation, chasing ghosts. How did this happen? The 9/11 Commission report, a 567-page behemoth, later revealed a cascade of failures. Intelligence agencies had fragments of the plot, but failed to connect the dots. The CIA knew of Al-Qaeda's ambitions, but didn't share critical intel with the FBI. Airport security was lax. Hijackers carried box cutters through checkpoints without a second glance. And yet the audacity of the attack stunned even seasoned analysts. Al-Qaeda had exploited America's open society, turning its strengths, freedom, mobility, and trust into vulnerabilities. The perpetrators were no ragtag group. Al-Qaeda's network spanned continents, funded by bin Laden's millions and fueled by a warped ideology. The hijackers' profiles were eerie, educated, disciplined, and chillingly ordinary. Ziad Jarrah, who piloted Flight 93, was a charming Lebanese student who loved techno music. Khalid al-Mihda, aboard Flight 77, lived quietly in San Diego, unnoticed by neighbors. These were not wild-eyed fanatics, but calculated killers hiding in plain sight. A quick pause. Join the investigation. If you're gripped by this dive into the shadows of 9/11, there's so much more to uncover. From unsolved mysteries to untold stories of courage, my YouTube channel is your portal to history's greatest enigmas. Hit that subscribe button and join me as we peel back the layers of the past, because the truth is always worth chasing. The aftermath, a world transformed. The ripple effects of 9/11 were seismic. The US launched the War on Terror, invading Afghanistan to dismantle Al-Qaeda and topple the Taliban. In 2003, the Iraq War followed, justified by claims of weapons of mass destruction, though ties to 9/11 were tenuous at best. At home, the Patriot Act reshaped surveillance, sparking debates over liberty versus security that rage to this day. Air travel changed forever. Gone were the day that casual airport strolls, TSA checkpoints, and no-fly list became the norm. But the human cost lingers most. First responders, hailed as heroes, faced a hidden enemy, toxic dust from ground zero. Thousands developed cancers and respiratory illnesses, with over 2,000 deaths linked to 9/11-related health issues by 2025. Survivors and families grapple with trauma, their stories etched in memorials like the reflecting pools at Ground Zero. And what of the mastermind? Osama bin Laden evaded capture for a decade, taunting the world from hidden lairs. His death in 2011 at the hands of Navy SEALs in Abbottabad, Pakistan, closed one chapter but opened others. Conspiracy theories about government foreknowledge, controlled demolitions, or hidden agendas still swirl, fueled by distrust and unanswered questions. Did the CIA miss warnings? Were there additional accomplices? The truth, like bin Laden himself, remains elusive. The endgame. A call to keep digging. As the dust settled over Manhattan, one thing became clear. September 11th was more than an attack. It was a turning point. It exposed vulnerabilities, tested resilience, and reshaped the global order. But the story isn't over. Questions linger, from the full scope of Al-Qaeda's reach to the long-term toll on survivors. What secrets lie buried in classified files? What lessons remain unlearned? This is where you come in. The past isn't just history, it's a puzzle, and every piece matters. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more gripping investigations into the events that shape our world. From 9/11 to the next untold story, we'll chase the truth together. Hit that button, join the hunt, and let's uncover what's next. The shadows are waiting.